Hello, this is Professor Estrada, and the purpose of this lecture is to review Chapter 2 of the Excel portion of the book Microsoft Office 2010 Introductory Shelley Cashman Series. Now, the idea behind this particular chapter is to create a spreadsheet where we get to use formulas, functions, and then we get to make the text and the numbers look pretty through the different formatting features. When you work with Excel, you are given a worksheet to work with, and that worksheet is divided into columns which go from left to right, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on. And you're given rows which go by numbers, 1, and so on. And wherever a column meets a row, like in this case, that creates a cell. So this right now is cell D5. Now, inside a cell, you can type one of three things. You can put text, like someone's name, okay, month of the year, and so on. You can type numbers, which may represent money, okay, apples, okay, dates, and so on. Or you could place a formula or a function. Now, formulas and functions are basically the same thing. The difference is that a formula you create and a function is already created for you. Now, a function or a formula is nothing more than a set of instructions that tell Excel what to do, okay, which usually means perform a calculation. Now, what we're going to do first is to go to cell A1, and we're going to put in here the title. Now, the title of this is the Mobile Masses Store. So go ahead and type that in. Once you type it in, hit enter. And now type the subtitle, which is Biweekly Payroll Report, and then hit enter. Now, what we're going to try to do here is to create the payroll report for a company. Now, that will include entering the employees' names, when they were hired, the number of dependents, hours worked, and so on. So we're going to be creating different formulas and using different functions in here. So next, we're going to type in cell A3 the title employee, which is going to be one of the column headings. So type in employee, and then to go to the cell to the right, you could press the tab key, or you could press the right arrow key on the keyboard, or you can point and click at the next cell. So I'm going to press tab to go to the next cell to the right. Then I'm going to type in hire date, and again I'm going to press tab. Then dependents. Notice that dependents seems to go further than the original column width. Don't worry about it, we can change the column width later on. So I'm going to press tab, and now I need to type two words, but I want one word on top of the other. In other words, I want it to take two lines within the same cell. Okay, I don't want to make it two separate cells. I want to make it a single cell with two lines in there. Now, to do that, what I'm going to do is to type in the word hours, and instead of hitting enter, which will take me to the next lower cell, I'm going to do alternate enter, which automatically brings the cursor down to the next line. Now, this may seem as if it's in the next lower cell, but it's not. Once I ask to jump over to the cell on the right, you're going to see that the height in here will readjust on its own. So now I'm going to type in the word worked. Now, as soon as I press the tab key, it automatically readjusted the height in here. So the way to have the two lines appearing here is to use alternate enter. And again, alternate enter is like a soft return. It's not the regular return that takes you to the next lower cell. So I'm going to do the same thing on this other cell. I'm going to type hourly pay rate. So I'm going to type in hourly, alternate enter. Again, it takes me to the next lower cell. And then I'm going to type pay rate. And now press tab. And again, it readjusts itself. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and type in all the other headings in here. So I typed in gross pay, then I press tab, then federal tax, then press tab, then state tax, press tab, then net pay, press tab, then tax percentage, and then hit enter. Next, I would like to enter the names of the employees. So the first one is Sharvat, Emily, and I'm doing this in cell A4. Now, once I type in the last name, first name, I hit enter, and I'm at the next lower cell. And I'm going to continue and type in all the other names in here. You can find the names on page 72 of the Excel section of the book. So I went ahead and I typed in Chen, Ben, then enter, then Felsky, Noah, enter, then Kersey, Jane, enter, Myrna, Thomas, enter, Polit, Sherry, enter, Prasad, Rao, enter, Washington, Yolanda, enter, and then Zika, James,